Saturday stream, here we go. All right. Should be live, working. I'm in the tin mine a little bit again. I just kind of stopped here on my way through looking for some rabbits because I'm trying to build up some arrows, but I decided that, you know what, we should probably replenish some of our tin supply since we are kind of no longer in the tin bronze age, but having a good supply of materials that you may or may not need in the future is always a good, kind of smart thing to do. Hey, Half Pint, how's it going, man? More vintage story, you know it. That's all we do nowadays, right? Vintage story or bust. Dun, dun. Alright, anyways, so we're getting some of this tin up. It's becoming nighttime. We'll see how things go getting back home at this stage, but I'm gonna get a couple stacks of this stuff. It's only poor quality. Nothing too crazy. Alright. So the goal today, you know, like I said, I'm looking for some chickens to kill for some feathers for arrows. Because we're going to have to do some more hunting here soon as winter kind of slowly settles in. And then we're also going to be working on, as the title says, a bit of a horse stables for hunts. So we're going to have a double stables. With a little bit of a pen, not much of one, honestly. It is definitely more of a utilitarian parking kind of building rather than a pure field and things for them to graze and roam. But you know, we just don't have the room, I don't think, for anything fancy at this time. So just run back towards base. So if we see any chickens, we'll kill them. If we don't, that's fine too. And we're good to build in this structure. So the building that I'm thinking of is, you know, it's gonna have a very sparse interior, probably. If you guys ever played like Medieval Dynasty and built like the donkey shed or something like that, it's probably gonna be pretty reminiscent of that. Of course, the server's going to restart in 30 minutes. And then Ashley wants some shoots, so I'm going to have to pause and change gears and do that, I guess. That's fine. Luckily, copper, you don't have to heat up or anything, and we should be able to essentially just hammer them out like they're nothing with our blacksmith perks. Almost died there. Ow. Okay. Hello, caged giant fucking hole in the ground. Alright, let's get out of there. Yeah, that is not an OSHA approved environment. Something I also need to do while I'm running around is honestly check for meteoric iron. Which is super important. We're going to need a lot of it to try and make some plate mail. So any of these little circular as perfectly circular as we can find. Holes on the map. We'll have to dig down just underneath the surface, see if there's some meteor impact there. Yeah. Should have brought Hans out here. Proper signage on your mill about moving machinery. Black and yellow. Floor marker. And hand warnings around gears. Oh, okay. We're fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hello. I'm here.
Welcome home.
I have some stuff for you. This should cover your copper arrows that I gave you. Alright, let me make some. You need 3 shoots?
Yeah.
Just straight shoots?
I need. Yes. Essentially need one for cows, pigs, and sheep.
Where is it? Yeah, my field for those cows are not big enough.
I have a baby cow.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. My field's too big. I want to try to milk. Well, I assume the cows can be milked, right?
I have no idea. I haven't made one.
Well, I was gonna, and then it was like, okay, well, I can't even reach my female because my field's so big.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, chutes are super important for some of the automation stuff, but you can also automate your feeding of animals if you have any. Now, we have these cows next to our base, but they were not really planned. So at this moment, these chutes are for her, so she can take care of her sheep, pigs, and her cows. I didn't get a single double proc. Oof. Okay. Here you go. Are you taking my lumber?
Accidentally, yeah.
You just stealing my shit?
Thank you.
If you ever need a new iron sword, you can take this one whenever you want. That's leaning against the wall here. And then...
Your cow's crazy.
Yeah, he's just so close to base, so he gets all antsy. I'm liking the fall grass, though. Is there anything else that I need to give you? Do you need anything else while you're here?
I gave you 1 bony soil and 19 ivy vines.
Let's see, your list says charcoal. Do you still need charcoal?
No.
Okay. No, jeez, horse.
Yeah, so really it's just the book and the name tags would be great. Other than that, don't have much else. Okay, bye. Oh, I have a bunch of soaked hides for you.
Well, why didn't you bring them?
I don't know, they're in the bags.
These things?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'll be up there to grab them at some point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, chat. We have a new member of the stream. Say hi to Pancake, and then we have Waffle. Pancake and Waffle. Pancake has gained a friend. God, I need better long-term storage. All right, let's go lay out using some packed dirt. A rough area. For this. Stables. Thinking about having it here. I want to use the whole space. 3 block interior. 3 block interior. What the? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Alright, did not explode. Good. Haven't seen these guys in a while. Take it. Alright, so if I have a 3 block interior, that only gives me that much room. Alright, I think I know what I'll do. We'll combine it. Boom, 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 boom. So we get a 4 block and a 3 block. The 3 block is where the horse is actually going to sit. Mine, for long periods. This will be his stall to chill. This is going to be kind of a pass-through area. For another horse can kind of come in here and get tied up for a little bit. That's fine. And then let's get a fenced in section. In case we want a little field. This mountain is going to be heavily reworked long term. Okay, I think that's enough for the footprint. So this is going to be our little stables. I could just see how I want to do the door. I guess the door here, door here. You know, I should probably flip this just so the horse isn't always tied up near the pit there. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's fine, that's fine. Corner, 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 corner. 2 tall, 3 tall. Might need it to be more like this. Kind of shape. Yeah, that's fine. Let's store some stuff. Check on a few little things. How's our flax grain going? Ooh, look at that. We're ready for a full flax harvest. This will be the last harvest of flax this year. Maybe I might be able to get away. It's the 7th of September, so if we take a look at our temperature chart. We're at 5. If it can grow before November 5th, so 30, 35, plus 20, 55 days. If it can grow within 55 days, this greenhouse might be good enough for another whole flax yield. Let me pour some water on that to see if I can get that to grow today on stream fully. There we go. Oh, between streams, I did kind of rework our waterfall a little bit. So you can see here, the water isn't jutting out anymore. So I cut into this slope to make a more thin, right on the water's edge support here, so that the waterfall is very flat to the surface of the stone, so it doesn't overspill and look too rough. And then I even added some cairns down to here as just rocks and things, so you can see how that kind of looks for our new waterfall kind of changes that I made. I think it was pretty successful, honestly. You know, it's a little bit more of a spillway rather than a complete huge waterfall. Good view of it still, passing in front of it here. And I like the break rocks at the bottom. Let's go grab some juice. From storage. I've been kind of sipping on this red grape juice. It's been doing pretty well for us. It's just kind of sustaining me a good bit. Our Perry will cure in 121 days. And then we're going to have red grape juice turn into red wine here soon as well. So that's going to be good. Our food storage up here is going to last us all winter. We got some fresh vegetables still. That'll probably last most, if not all, of winter. Got some dried stuff. Let me take this awesome crystal. Ah, okay. Very good. Love it. Take a look at some of our crops. The fields, you can see, are starting to lay barren as fall is coming to an end. Okay, our parsnip harvest is almost ready for seeds. And if we go down this way, I think... yeah, our turnips are doing fairly well. So I'm just seeding these turnips. More seeds, the better at the moment for us here. So just seeding those. Let's check our Langstroth hives. Harvestable frame 6. This one's harvestable range too cold. Okay, so it's starting to get too cold for the bees up here. So I can harvest this, and that one I kind of pre-harvested already. Store some stuff. How's everyone's Saturday going? Is that my first lightning elemental? It is. Another day working. Oof. Well, you're here. Get to join us for Vintage Stories, so. Alright, so lately we have been building oak and kapok. We have a birch building back in here. We have oak buildings back in here. Can I age boards? Don't think so. I guess I can go on a little bit of a hunt for some aged logs now that they kind of spawn in the wild like this. I think this barn of ours, or stables, is going to be aged wood with aged straw roofing. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it'll look cool. We'll have to go gather some rarish materials to pull this off. But kind of want this dark wood in here, so let's go exploring a little bit into some woods for some aged logs. Can you show Sugiban wood? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Japanese wood burning to preserve wood. Oh. No, not that I know of. Because wood in this game doesn't decay, so it doesn't really matter. The aged log look is just a visual quirk. It's not really a, oh, the log was aged. You know. So we're just going to run around. I guess we'll be kind of looking for chickens again. But also some aged logs. Okay, there's another one. So, you know, you just want to look around the edge of forests and things for these. I swear there was a mod that lets you make them, though. But I guess not. You like the dark look? Yeah. No, I agree. It's probably a really cool look, honestly. Like, I know, like, you know, even... I think most cultures will kind of burn the outside of wood to make it last long. Especially if that wood is going to be in contact near and around ground. Because you end up just carbonizing the wood, right? The Japanese method itself, I don't really know. I think I've seen a video of like people carbonizing wood like by kind of making like almost like a little triangle out of multiple pieces and lighting them on fire while they're tied together. And then pushing them over, you know, once it's done kind of cooking. Everything is better in Japan. I mean, you know. Everything but the birth rate. Let's go to the village. Actually, we'll go to this ruin over here. And, see real quick. A lot of ruins are kind of made out of aged materials. So if we can get, like, aged half planks, that would be good. That'll save me some logs so that I can use them for the supports. Hey, Fox, how's it going? Good to see you again. Five minutes till server reboot. Server reboots have been getting a little longer too. As the file size of the save increases, whenever we do a restart, I think General takes a backup of the server. And that backup's getting bigger and bigger. Alright, let's go in here real quick. Got the game and figured out how to put a controls to it. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, it doesn't natively, I think, support controller or anything, but that doesn't mean you can't, you know, use some other thing and rebind stuff. Okay, so there's some aged debark logs here, which I might be doing for the posts instead of the age log by itself, so that's cool. Probably should take these beams as well. Age support beams will match any detailing we decide to stick with. I can't imagine playing a game like this though with controller. Steam input, well, that's pretty cool. But again, you know, the only game that I currently play using a controller is, you know, PGA Tour 2K25 for the hit stick. For the golf swing, otherwise, you will not see me using a controller at all. No thanks. No thanks at all. I feel bad for ripping out ruins and stuff like this. But I really shouldn't. It's just part of the game. All this will go into our stables. Playing keyboard and controller and a hybrid. Ooh. That's an interesting strat. Look, as long as it's comfortable for you. That's the important thing. Comfortable and still functional, right? If you're playing a single player game, then comfort is definitely 100% the priority. Because, you know, at that point you don't have to be competitive, but it's the online multiplayer aspect. That's when controls matter the most. Is there something up here? That maybe I didn't loot? Not seeing anything. You know, seems fine. Ouch. Youch. Alright, we'll back off. Use keyboard for management, organization, and building, and I use controller for combat, mining, and movement. See, that is... Like, I can see using the controller for just some kind of relaxed movement. But I just can't see how anyone can play like an FPS or anything like that for combat with a controller. Like, I remember growing up and everyone's like, oh man, you gotta play Halo on this thing called Xbox. It's like the best shooter ever. And like, I don't know. Give me a mouse and keyboard. No, it hasn't been Athenia, so it starts with an I, not an A. Yeah, no, I have no idea. And the fact that mouse and keyboard gets grouped now against, you know, people who use a controller, but they had to give the controller so much aim assist to be competitive that, like, I just don't get it. If also, I hate navigating menus on a controller. I hate the usual like push to hold to confirm kind of bull crap. It's really annoying when there's like a controller port to a PC. Those things are super annoying. Like every Assassin's Creed. Ugh. Ugh. Controller is good for like RPG, in my opinion. Some RPG games and just actual console games. You don't want to join your server until I forgot to play the base game inventory. That's a good idea. Because we have, you know, mods that are going to change a decent amount too. So you're going to have to be comfortable in Vintage Story enough to survive. No, hey, Dark. Using control and VS is crazy. Yeah, but, you know, again, if they're comfortable using it, more power to them. Sorry, I just had like a whole bunch of food for lunch, and now I am yawning all over the place. I apologize. Guys, I need like I need a pure IV injection of coffee right now. Server rebooting. Server rebooting. Bootin' scootin'. It's definitely taking longer than 2 minutes. And then here in a minute when I try and rejoin again, I'll probably restart my save. I need to probably restart my save. Alright, let's restart this. You got the itis. Look at that, 8 kilobyte received. 16, wow, okay. About to say, we're about to be Mario 1 territory. Alright, how we doing? We're doing okay. Inventory, get rid of that, get rid of that, that. First console you played on was PS2. My first one was Sega Genesis. And then my first one that I truly liked was probably N64 and PlayStation 1. For sure. Alright, do we have stone floors or wood floors up in here? Atari, okay. See, look at this. Look at this stuttering that I'm getting now. Ugh. We need to restart again. And let it sit a little bit more. Alright, back to base. And we'll use these logs. For some stuff. So the debarked logs are going to be our posts. We'll see also if we can saw them down into planks. We may or may not be able to do that. If not, we will have to gather normal age logs. Don't fall in Cade's giant fucking hole again. Why do I fall into so many holes, guys? Also, I should have brought the haunts. Should have brought the haunts. Can I summon him from here? Am I close enough? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, that's Blink's specialty. Oh, really? I thought it was Golden's specialty. The amount of times Golden dies from falling from a high place. Now, granted, he's probably building and not necessarily falling into a hole, but gravity and Golden do not mix. Blink only falls in holes if there's a ridiculous amount of high-level mobs at the bottom. It's a very special, unique skill that he has then. Alright, well. We're close. Ah! Ugh. Possible we fall into holes now that I fly all the time? True. Wait, are you a mage, Blink? Or do you just get someone else to buff you with flight? Is there a flight potion? Also, now that you guys have flight unlocked, does your move speed affect your fly speed? A permanent flight from Dark Casting Omni a few nights ago. Don't use bugs like that on purpose. Please. Get them to recast it on you. You guys know better. Like, if you guys know if there's, like, you know, very obvious bugs and stuff, well, then he has to die. That's how he's gonna have to remove it. Can he press L and bring up the HUD? The effect HUD? And click it off. And if you rebuff it and click it off, it... Huh. Weird. Alright, let's see if making planks from debarked is working. It is not. So the only thing I can use this for is to make beams. Very aged debark log. Interesting. Rotten debark log. Interesting. Alright, so we'll put the stripped ones in here. Let's see if we can do this one. Yep. So he dies and he still flies. Huh. Once I played Xbox 360, I can't go back to a PlayStation controller and how it works. Xbox controller was weirdly easy to use. Yeah, you know, people have their preference. I definitely, you know, was on the PlayStation side of things, for sure. Okay. So, door. That'll be good. Wow, look at the storm sentries. Just floating up there. Hey Goliath, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Ow. What are we building? We are going to be working on our little stables for our horse, which I'm actually on the back end gonna shrink this down. This is a little too aggressive. There we go. That'll be a better slope, I think. Aged hay. Is there a dynamic or one roof for aged for straw? Oh, there isn't. Oh, there's a sod dynamic though. I don't know if there's a thatch. Maybe we'll just do a thatch roof rather than an aged straw roof. Actually, I'm gonna probably leave this pretty open as well through there. Sidewall, sidewall, sidewall. Happy days. This will end up being probably some sort of window. They love my little park. What little park? You talking about my fields? Alright, how's that looking? Nice. Okay, so it's staying relatively low. We can still see over it back there. You can see back into here still, so that's good. We'll be able to just ride our horse up into the stall. Be nice. Let's go get some cobble or something for the footer of the building. Let's do stairs. So the nice thing about using stairs is it keeps it thin and then butts out just at the very bottom. That bull is crazy. Yeah, he's a little pissed all the time. Also, it works in here, which I might be able to carve this into like a trough or something. Don't know. These are on the wrong side. And then for like a lightning rod safety measure, what I'll probably do is I'm gonna make a pretty tall tree right here. So in fact, if I just stack up here, right? Let's give us support on each side. Dick! Oh, okay. You guys want to go, huh? Throwing shit at me, man. There's another one, but I don't know where it went. That's okay. Get him. Victory. It's a medium temporal rift activity, so everything we're seeing is in line with the game. Jesus Christ. Have I leveled combat in a while? No. But we'll get Vampire 2 when we do. Yep, low fertility soil, put that in there. And then what tree should we plant? We need something kind of tall and proud. I might do an oak, honestly, and make it just that much taller. If we luck out and get like a big oak, that'll be cool. For a second until I hopefully get a seed. Oop. There we go. And yeah, at the top of this tree, we'll put a lightning rod, and that'll kind of protect this area from lightning. So like that lightning rod, by the way, I'm probably going to get rid of at some point. I think kind of hiding them in trees is, especially if you boost the tree up a little bit, it's kind of the play. Is there age fencing? There has to be, right? I don't remember how to make a fence. Fence! Yep. Okay, yep. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That's fine. Grab this. Woo! Lightning is going for realsies. No takebacks. Ah, my face! Oh, Jesus Christ! Uh, 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 what the fuck did I do to deserve that? What the fuck? That hurts so much. Good thing I was wearing my brown pants. True. Oh my god. Hold on. I was near my horse. Where's my horse? Oh my lord. Okay. Now that my heart rate has recovered a little bit. Why are you following me? Why are you teleporting to me, Hans? I had to go back and watch that 4 times. Wow. Clip it and ship it, I suppose. That's fine. Okay. Well, at least we know we can survive a lightning strike, right? It helps having a balanced food diet. I don't know if my armor helped with that or not. All I know is my vision went white. Best 2 out of 3. True. Yeah, neither light night. Yeah. Hopefully soonish. I'll have it. Did I just hear I swear I just heard a sentinel. Okay, maybe not. Am I out of planks? No. I might be for... What, gate? What? Okay, that's fine. Oh, hi. Yeah, do that, and then let's get some beams. Yeah, nice try, guy. Come on to you. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Think he's stuck flying forever? I don't know, you guys might have to start looking at the mod page, see if anyone else is running into the issue. It could be a multiplayer bug. If you... Link got killed by another player. I mean, are you only killing him via PvP rather than like a mob doing it? That could be some sort of odd, strange factor for whatever reason. What happens if you kill him and instead of him spawning back at base, he actually has to spawn all the way back at spawn? Change anything that you know of? I know it's not probably what someone wants to hear. It's like, yeah, just keep killing him, you know? But sometimes it's the only way. Can I make a trapdoor out of this? But your survival XP? Yeah, but your survival is what? Level what? I'm assuming at least 10, 14? Yeah, like who cares at that point? You have like every goddamn talent. You know? Yeah, just about. Why do you... Alright, then fine. Get stuck flying forever. I don't care. Doesn't affect me at all. Enjoy your free flight spell, I guess. You know, if that's what you want. I think that's right. Which also means you hate me because you don't want me to have it anymore. Look. Okay, I just don't want you guys to be abusing the system. You know? If it's net and abuse, I don't... You know, there's nothing I can do about it, right? I thought you were literally just keeping it on purpose. And just perma-flying because you could. Which is different. It's annoying you go at walk speed. Yeah, but he gets to fucking fly. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure there's more annoying things. Yeah, doing that is gonna be faster. You're right. The only thing I can think of to do to maybe troubleshoot this is, well, let's just run a character select on him. So he has to re-roll his character. Right. That's about all I can do. Hold on. Blink, are you a mage? As well? No. I don't know if care select will reset your X skills either. It's kind of the big iffy question for me right now. Debug block? I have no idea. If I had to guess, it's something that you can use to cast spells at to get readouts. Okay. You can run doc character select blink and see if that works. You don't want to be troubleshooting it during the stream. Well, you got my attention now. You got my attention now. Try killing him every possible way. Well, that's good, you know. Gotta test stuff out. All right, let's get some straw roofing. Green it for this. Roof thatch. Ow, 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 minefield. I always forget about that. Upstairs. Slanted hay roof. Boop, 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 boop. Roof dynamic, okay. Oh. Don't know why I'm getting that angle there. Let's get our horse in here for scale just before I fully commit to this. So riding in, obviously we're gonna slightly clip through here, but we can see while we're on the mount. And then this is the actual stall side. Our character should technically be leading them into here rather than riding, but we have a little window to see haunts whenever we want. I would like the fancy window. Door. The fancy door will be better, or a sleek door, but I don't think I have the gatekeeper's blueprint yet. But the sleek door with the little windows here, I think would kind of just make that pop a little bit better. Need to add another little window on this side. This is kind of like our wash station, but it's going to be a potential hitching post for visitors as well. So I might actually have a little hitching post out front here. Maybe across here with like a trough on this side with water. Look at that snoot. Got the gatekeeper's blueprint if you want to borrow it. Ooh. Nah, I would buy it off someone, but I just don't have anything that I want to trade at the moment, and I kind of need a reason to still do dungeons. So for now, I think I'm good. It's a minor detail. It's not like the most important thing in the world. I'm changing the slope of this. I think I want a 3 slope instead of a 2 slope. Because it's just feeling a little too tall. Fair, just want to offer. No, I appreciate it. I'm the key master, you the gatekeeper. It's blocked by another block. Interesting. Yeah, so what if I take this? Okay. So I can't take a beam across here. That's fine though. It's not like the end of the world. I might just do a front beam across the whole structure a little. Let's go get some fluids from the cellar. Hey, we got red wine. You're just waiting on Uthris? Why are you waiting on me? What's sitting on me for what, man? At this rate, my character's gonna start talking in jive. Yeah, I like the lower profile. What do you guys think, chat? It still goes all the way up that as high as it was, but the roof line is just a touch lower. Acacia seeds. Oh yeah. What was I trading those for? 5 gears per. I'm getting distracted, chat. I'm getting distracted. Gotta keep an eye on me. Alright, back to the roof. Roof. Don't know what the other block is in the way here. If I had to guess, it's gonna be... Finally I can chat. Sorry, I've been watching while on the road here in Texas. All good. What is preventing that? Dark? Like, Jesus Christ. Well, good news. Eventually, I'll be paying a membership to join y'all. I just want to get my new check going with my new job first. See you in another few weeks. All right, sweet, man. Welcome aboard. Give you an early welcome. For sure. Excited to have you. Be a dwarf mostly. That's fine. Dwarf is cool. I'm not like actually like that mad at you, Dark. Just an FYI if you're listening. Like I'm not like, oh no, fucking ruin my day. Like, but like you know, if I'm making a trade deal, I just don't need you chiming into it. That's all. That's not fun. I mean, like, it's not fun to have, like, your trade, like, basically, like, oh, why would you trade with this guy when you can go take our translocator and get all you want? Like, it's just, like, that's not fun either. Alright, what do you guys think? Think this will keep our haunts safe in here? Yeah, to me it's the sociable aspect of it, for sure. Like, you know, I want to chat. I'm gonna functionally make a fence here, I think. Let me get a trough. Can you fill troughs with water with our mod set at all? Has anyone tested this? Or am I just gonna have to do like a decorative barrel or something to get water? Like visibly into here. What block is it? Okay, there we go. Finished for micro shed, by the way. I got a seed dry grass kind of setup. Oh, nice. would be cool. Alright, well, I will... Okay. I don't know why it didn't let me just put that down. There's another block in the way. From what? What other block? There's nothing there. Yeah, it's gotta be this. I mean, there's nothing in this, though. It's that block there. How far down is Bismuth normally? Dig up the dirt and refill it. Alright, we'll rip that off. Nope. I have a feeling it's this one here causing an issue for whatever reason. What the heck? Maybe a bug. Hey, let me rejoin and just see if there's a little visual issue. Beams can be a little funky sometimes. For sure. I know, like, if you fully chisel a block away at the moment on our server, it creates this issue as well. So I guess I could have fully chiseled a block here at some point without remembering, and I just happened to be building around it this whole time, and then now I filled it with water. So I'm gonna do a little bit of an admin fix for this, which I've done for Blink a couple times. I'm just gonna place a bomb here and blow it up. So that's just gonna be the easiest thing to do. Let's see if that worked. Yep, that did it. Just get rid of that real quick. Yeah, if anyone ever runs into that situation... What the fuck? Okay. Just let me know, and I'll have to kind of do that. This is the second time I've had to on this server right now, which isn't too bad, honestly, but it's just a little annoying. Okay, all that. Let's get some fence back in here. There's one that Blink is standing on right now. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I had to delete like 3 or 4 of those for what was the fix for wells? I have to do an admin command. So is your well not producing anymore, Rob? Actually, I should have fixed one of your guys' wells over there. One of them I buffed, and the other one I didn't bother fixing because it should cover your water needs, but I can fix them both if you need it. You can do it after stream. Okay. Yeah, I just got to run over, do an admin command. Well, I have to, like, kind of rebuild your well for you. Run an admin command at it. And you'll be good. You rebuilt it into one well. Okay. I had a strained with Hydra, by the way. It's permanent to load my survival mode ability to run walk. That's an odd one. Haven't run into that one yet. Thank goodness. Definitely lost some beams here for now, so I'll have to come back, finish some of that. Actually, no, I have support. Okay. I don't know why I wasn't pulling from there, but... Boop, boop. Alright, we are back to how things should be. There's another block in the way. Did I just move the issue over one? Tell you what, we will just do that. I want to see something. Huh. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, I think it's this. It might even be this vertical beam because of how I had to place it by pressing crouch. For all I know. Either way, maybe I'll just forego the trough for now and just do the hitching post by itself and do that. That's okay. We'll forego the trough kind of thing. I need some straw flooring. Do I have that saved up anywhere? Packed. Oh, I could do rammed earth too. Some straw. Come on, Hunts. Step outside for me. Gonna get a trough in here for them. Yes. Alright, Hans, back inside. Good boy. And now I just have to fence in this little back area. We'll call it a good time. Okay, cool. Oak sapling will sprout in less than a day. I'm gonna go get the one roof thing. Because I'm noticing the roof, even though it's only a half block under it, it's coming out a full block, which is a little annoying. I guess I have to have it there. Probably won't. Okay, well, nope, gotta have it. That sucks. I could probably solution that with beams, but I think I'm kind of over beams right this second. Alright. There's a cool little stall. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Back to the corner. Then my inventory is a mess, chat. It is an absolute disaster area right now. Yeah, No Man's Sky? Oh man, I haven't played that game in so long. I know No Man's Sky gets like a lot of kind of acclaim for kind of saving the game in a way, which I definitely think they did, for sure, and they deserve a good amount of praise for doing that. It's still just not the game I wanted it to be, I feel. Oh, I had honey in here. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'll just eat it. Enjoy this game far more. Yeah. I didn't like the lack of freedom when it came to flying around in No Man's Sky. There's a lot of hand-holding when it comes to controlling the ship. Even though I feel like that's changed a little bit, or a fair amount actually, but like it's still quite hand-holding. Alright, let's do this beehive here. Am I getting XP for this, by the way? Is this farming? 650, 34. 650, 146. Yep, getting 1 XP per frame. Currently top 3. Doom 94. Alright, classic. Animal Crossing. PSO. I don't know what PSO is. Something online? Is that No, it's not ESO. It's not Elder Scrolls Online. PSO. Phantasy Star Online. I don't. That one sounds super familiar, but like I just don't remember what it is, if I've seen it before. Definitely never played it. It's a Sega Dreamcast game that ended up on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Huh. Also a 360 sequel. Interesting. Let's have a piece of some candy. Moving that over here. Because I moved these menus on this side, so it covers them up when I open them. PSO. Hold on. Nope, definitely never heard of it. But hey, glad you super enjoy it. To have that many hours. Alright, let's store these couple little things. VS is going to push hard in the third. Yeah, I'm very, very content with Vintage Story. Not only because of the mods and things like that, but I think honestly the devs are making just a really good game. And it needs, I don't know, a lot more kind of support from like the streamer community, though it's been kind of definitely popping off a good bit here recently. You know, I've made it quite a goal to try and play as much as that I can. Kind of wish I turned this 90 degrees and built it this way almost, but it is what it is. Okay. Let's harvest our flax. Chat. Up. Okay, grab our pitchfork. Start raking all this up. Oh look, we have large, 32 large. That's cool. No, you just pick it up faster. It feels like it gives more yield. Honestly, it kind of feels that way to me. But I don't think it functionally does. With grass, it kind of feels like it does. For sure, but no, because like if you look here at like what's on the ground, right? So if I scoop all this up, right, and let's just get rid of these. All right. So this says 8 wet flax. So if I scoop it, I got 8. You know? So it's just these grass piles have more than one thing stored in it. So that's probably why it feels like it gives more. But it just does not. Yeah, it's the AoE grab and it's quicker. Large, large, large. Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure. I mean, you can just see how much flax we're getting. So we actually have to go up to another drying area at this point. Here, so this is 64 flax, but because it's a large pile, see how much bigger it is? So, there we go. Flax is drying in some silage sheds. Having a good time. to prep for your battle tech day. All right. Have a good one. Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for chilling with us. Let's go over and pick up some leather from Ashley's. If you're on tomorrow, I'll see you then. Yeah, maybe. I don't know yet. We'll play it by ear. Bing. Hello.
Hello.
Where's the leather?
And the sacks by the kitchen.
You want to come see my stables?
Here in a minute.
Okay.
I'm building a thing.
Yeah, no problem. How's your house?
No.
Abandoned?
Yeah.
What are you
It's over
building?
there. Chicken sorting system.
Chicken sorting system. Okay. Kate, are you watching the stream at all? You here? That's a hard no. Wow. He hates me. Hates me as much as Lumberjack and Dirty Cheese. Get in there. I think I probably should have made this one deeper of a building. That way the roof would have been the same slope, but it's alright. Alright, let's get some of this leather scraped down. I'm going to refill our tannin up. Here's my cauldron. I think it's in the basement. You know, Chad, I can't believe I actually finished, or not finished, but made a little building. We stayed on task a little bit today. So it should be 20 bark. Per process. Okay. How's things looking from on top of our windmill? Well, this is a good viewpoint for us. Just to kind of see. Looking pretty good. I can tear down our old little stall, finally. And thus we have reclaimed a lot of our silage space back that we initially had for like open air storage and stuff. You know, I may change the straw roof here. What if I throw that like that, and then this one like that? Nope. Okay, so it does not lift up the corner quite like how I wanted. What if I rotate these ones as well, though? Kind of started to. No. Okay, that was worth a shot. Just to kind of see what it would do. I'm hoping this oak tree is like a good one that we planted here. On the note of the oak tree, let's go ahead and get a lightning rod made. Okay, I'm out of copper. Boom, boom. Hey James, how's it going? Doing some building, general survival here, as we are in September. Year 3, guys. Our homestead is looking pretty good. Fairly functional. In fact, I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a side project for a bit. This thing is gonna help us kind of get around a little bit. And that is, I would like to take apart this stuff. And come up with a new kind of pathing angle up into the base. I'm gonna rough this in with packed dirt initially, because eventually I want to have a new like wagon kind of path up to our base. I mean, this kind of answers this question a little bit, Half Pint, in a sense, but like, I'm waiting to see what I end up doing here. I am kind of on the fence at the moment of just completely tearing down the palisade and upgrading it. So I've been holding off on the arch and everything until I kind of make up my mind on that. But so I kind of wouldn't mind the path kind of angling this way and then curving up in. And if we can get a nice gentle slope down this way. That'll hopefully run along maybe the new wall somehow. Oh, I'm actually pretty low on packed dirt. What's up, good?
I need to give something back to you.
Oh, okay.
I borrowed that.
Oh. Well, that's fine. I gave you the leave to do so.
I know.
How you liking the armor?
I literally just finished it.
It looks pretty cool with your horns.
Right? I thought so too. So I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna dye the chest black, and I don't know if I'm gonna do the horns or the wreath. I'm gonna do that black as well.
Looks good. I like the shoulder pad detail with the rose, or not.
Yeah, purity seals.
Purity seals.
No, like that's what it looks like. That from 40K.
Yeah, I know. It's just you went with Claymore as well. Is everyone going Claymore?
This is a longsword.
Okay, yeah, no. Is that meteoric iron or steel?
Yes, it's meteoric. I haven't finished my refractory yet.
I was gonna do a meteoric iron arming sword.
Okay.
Because it has a cool gem in it.
Oh, let's see. Meteoric iron armings. Oh yeah, it does.
And then my helm, I was actually going to use a silver plate helm that's visored so I can open and close it.
Nice.
What?
Go first. That'll look cool. I don't know. I like the all white.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus it has really good stats.
Mm-hmm.
Especially once you bump up to the meteoric iron. The helmet has 8,800 durability. The chest plate 8,600, and the pants 8,600.
What quality did they end up being?
The helmet is common. The chest plate and legs are bad.
Wow. Okay, I'm surprised to hear that. What level's your blacksmithing?
Getting
Low?
my metalworking is 14.
You've lucked out, or bad luck, GG.
Oh, I do have. I mean, I don't have 0-2 in the blacksmithing perk,
Yeah.
so I don't. That's probably what's causing it. Did you see that I have put a path in up to there?
No, but I'm glad you did, because this bridge is eventually going to be the path up towards that direction as well.
Yeah, you can see it on the map.
Yeah, I see it. I'm going to end up doing like a custom path, so I don't want my path to be the path block.
Blocks.
So I'm going to chisel a custom path that'll look more like a horse-drawn kind of worn-in path.
Once I get into town, I think I'm gonna do path blocks out of like cobbled website. The shit that's aimed like meteor strikes.
Yeah.
Because it makes a nice gray blue. I think it'll look cool with the black.
Also, what Dark just said in chat is very accurate in terms of if you want to increase quality.
Oh, didn't know that. That makes sense. You treating it. All right, I'm gonna hop off and go watch a movie. Here, payment for the Templar.
Okay, we'll take it.
I'm kind of starting to be rolling in.
Rolling in pigs.
Yeah, rolling in leather. I can basically get more whenever I need it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh! We got a pylon? Loot. There we go. probably going to need the path to be 4 wide. Long term to make it kind of wide enough. I kind of want it wide enough for 2 carriages to pass each other side by side. Might need to be 5 wide, thinking about it. Boom, 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 boom. You'd say 5 wide? Okay. I think that'll be pretty cool. There's a single kind of large arch, single arch bridge. That way when you're, you know, I'm gonna have the path kind of down this way, kind of follow one of these ridge lines, probably up through here. You know, dot 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 dot, and then it'll kind of open up because we're going to get rid of a lot of these trees, but you'll be able to see the bridge, kind of where you're going as you approach from this side. And this is why I kind of want to reset this palisade in a way, is because I want to maybe shore up the cliffside a little bit, maybe get a defensive tower here or something to help hold the bridge. I have that follow down through there. Maybe back up that way. Kind of push back the hillside so that I can arc over towards Cades. We're gonna need to do some baking at some point. How towers that have the ability to help defend against Jeffs. That would be kind of cool to have like NPC auto defense kind of stuff. I agree. I would like to see like a really good NPC village mod. I think there's a beginnings of one. It's been out for a while. I think VS Village maybe is what it's called. I don't remember exactly. But it just makes sense to follow the path along the wall rather than this zigzag mess of a thing. If I wanted to have a path down to the water, I could have it wrap maybe down this way into like this bay area maybe. Or just have a separate path altogether. I am also kind of considering extending this path up and down this way, in which case it could have a connection point down. I don't know. I'd want NPC villages if they actually offered something. How did I find the well water? Magic. It's a magic. Gotta prospect around. It's cool to see our pear trees growing. They're getting pretty tall. That's our composting operation. Good. Good. Whenever I land, I'm living in a dang wasteland place. Looks so nice. Thank you. Yeah, no, we just recently updated hydrate or dihydrate, and honestly, a lot of our wells broke, and now they're actually pretty hard to find for sure. They're a little bit more exact, or not a little bit. I feel like they're a lot more exact in terms of like well stuff, but that might be something you can change in the config for your world and stuff. But when we first started the server, basically everything was an aquifer. It was just all light aquifer. There was some mediums and things around, like this one, light fresh water. This one, light fresh water. Those are old prospects. And then down here you can see I was testing Cades, who used to have an aquifer, but you know, no aquifer, no aquifer, no aquifer, no aquifer. Salt water, light. Ugh. You know, so it's kind of started turning into that. Over here you can see a no aquifer, and I just followed it around, and then it kind of pinpointed me to like a heavy freshwater one. That's a test. So you have to kind of prospect around a little bit more for sure for aquifers. Also, you have to kind of prospect. I think the results are always better kind of lower in the ground, too. I'm running out of room for stuff, chat. Oh, shoot. I forgot about my copper pour again. Trash, trash, trash. This is what happens eventually with me. I just get so lazy. Alright, let's store some of this at least. Leather, we have over a stack of leather. That's kind of nice. No, I need to put my Templar thing back up there too. Bop, bop. Molten. Alright, so we needed to make a new lightning rod out of copper. And then the rest of these are probably going to get turned into nails. I need to do another pour of copper. That'll probably be a lot of plates as well. So let's stick this thing back in here. We'll grab 128 and 32. Bop, bop. Get that heated up. The nice thing is, once you get your campfire up to temperature, look how fast this heats up to melting point. It's that temperature difference. You know, the higher max temperature you can do, the faster it's going to get to a useful cooking temperature or smelting temperature. And then at that point, just to keep it going, I'll burn one piece of charcoal into it. By the time that melts down, it'll the other copper should be hardened. It cools pretty quick. All right, Hans is doing good. You know, I'm thinking for the inner bailey that we're gonna have, because this palisade that's gonna get upgraded eventually. This is kind of the outer bailey. The inner bailey, I think, is going to kind of start kind of flush along the windmill, along this hillside. Go this way, cut down, and into this courtyard area. Kind of turn over to here. We'll see what we can fit in the inner bailey and everything. No. Courtyard needs a mow, yeah. not wrong. I'm hoping eventually what I'll end up doing is maybe chiseling some grass, so a lot of the stuff in decorative places and courtyard places that the grass just won't grow back. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, that'll happen over time. I still need to finish the frickin' windmill. So much to do. So much to do. Yeah, we need a proper kind of gate tower here, I think. Which is another reason I want to redo this palisade. You can see how straight this section of wall here is. If I make a kind of a little bit more of a proper gatehouse here, or at least a light gatehouse here, the smooth transition worked okay in log, I think. But it's the, I'm gonna angle it out a little bit more. Ooh. Dick. Alright, so we got some molten copper again. How's it going, XP? All right, couple rods. Okay, and then nails. Set of 4 nails next. plate. Cool. Oh, nice. We got a couple double procs on the copper rods. So that's handy. Got a decent amount of little nails and strips. So this will go ahead and just turn into a lightning rod for later. Let's go ahead and make a new copper lantern. More copper, my lord. More wood is needed. Our granary is running low, my liege. Can we make these? Yes, looks like you can. What am I need honey. Okay, got that. Ew. Alright, make a candle. Do I have any more panes? Not really. I'll have to cut some more. Alright, that, and candle. Boom. There we go. I'm actually half tempted to keep my horse in here just for the more room on this side, but I don't know. How long until this tree grows? 14 days, so almost 14 real hours. Check some crops. How are we doing over here in turnip world? We're doing okay. How about up in here? Nice. These are all blooming parsnips. I think what I might end up doing, depending on how this wall and things turn out, if I bump this pin up to the wall, maybe build a little bit of a shelter onto it. This is where we'll end up moving the cows, I think, into this little pasture here. We'll build like a little bit of an indented into the wall kind of shelter for the male, and then have the females out here walking around. And I may want a chicken coop inside the inner bailey. Somewhere. Don't know yet. Let's see. Our inventory is way too full to harvest these, so they have to sit. Let's check the flax grain situation, if they've been dried yet. They're getting there. They're almost all dry. Let's go hunting for some rabbits. Or not rabbits, chickens for a bit. And then once we get back from chicken hunting, we'll look into threshing all that flax grain down. How are you getting the bull over there without dying trying to move it? He's wound up. So what I'll end up having to do is making some sort of fenced-in path for him. And then when he's all wound up running around, he'll end up kind of naturally moving that way. So I'll just slowly hedge off that path behind him. So his only chance to move is in the direction that we want him to. You could also, in theory, like place troughs in through that to encourage movement via food. Here's one way to do it. Also, I'm just curious what's down here. I don't think I've been down here. Uh-huh. Ah! Hmm. I'm sure it's fine. Right? I'm sure it's fine. I'm not like super deep into a cave right now. I wonder if this breaks the surface. Nope. Might have to dig ourselves out of here, guys. This is a huge cave system, actually. Could have some good stuff. Maybe some saltpeter if we're lucky, you know? Hello? Ooh, 5 XP for cooking. Timber on shovel, that's not bad. 50 XP for combat. Boom, level 11 combat, that's nice. You have to wait until nighttime to get the next rank in vampire. You know what? Sometimes it's a good idea to poke around in these ruins. Yeah, it sure is, Uthris. Wall hacks. Sure is. I kind of wish these ruined weapons could be repaired to like a cool state. Oh, okay, another lore book. Can that reforge them? No, not these. Okay, so look here. Like, see, I could have noticed this right underneath the bed. Right? Instead, I just dug around. That's funny. Oh, hey. Alright, this stuff I honestly don't need. Actually, hold on, what is this? I might turn the rice cereal back into rice grain. Because we don't have many rice seeds at the moment. Alright, let's see. Can I get out? The answer is yes. Okay, back to looking for chickens. Man, Kate's armor looks cool. I'm jealous. Let's see. Oh. Oh my God. Hey, level 3 in animal husbandry. So what should I get for that? Butcher. Easy. More meat. Since I'm not going to be able to spec into animal husbandry anyways. No need to get the fancy talents at this time. What's this speck over here? Is this like a little pond? Water source? Yep. It just looked awful round. Nope. Not a crater impact site. Let's go to more of like a flat area so we can inspect the terrain a little bit better. Oh, hey, Jeff. Didn't realize you were living over here, bro. Right, nothing. Ah! Oh, okay. Anything in here? See, I couldn't imagine playing this game on controller. And like being this quick at looking around. That's a cool belt. Take another lore scroll, why not? Poke around a little bit. The wall hook is a little weird. Okay, looks like this one doesn't gonna have a double secret for us. That's too far down. See, it feels like just about every one in 3 caves has a little ruin in it. So cave delving is super important to do for lore, the occasional item that you're missing, and just general fun, in my opinion. Like even this ruin, you know, dig around. And boom, right? Don't need, don't need, don't need. Probably don't need at the moment. Don't need. Alright, cool. Some more chickens. A dingo? We got dingoes? Oh, you dick. I'm bringing home a dingo pelt. Alright, where'd those chickens go? Dick. Alright, that'll be enough hunting chickens for now and exploring around. Just wanted to hunt some chickens for some more feathers for more arrows. So this one I dug up a little bit. What's this one over here? Ooh, the digging skill. Okay. Ooh, some peat brick. Very fancy. Okay, nothing really in the basement on this one. Let's go. We're leaving for real now. Need to get over onto this mainland and just run up the coast. I need more inventory. I'm gonna have to make a new backpack at some point. Yeah. There's Cade's little bay. Alright, back to base. Those bitter bullets? Yeah. There's a reason I don't have it marked. Alright, rice grain. We're really gonna have to try and grow this next season. Let's take a look at this dingo pelt. Does this look cool as a pancake? I don't know. Okay, we got some new pants. Jelly, jelly. How's it going, jelly? Lore, lore, lore. I need to make a couple bookshelves. Calm down, guy. Calm down, guy. Feeling like pancake today? You still not feeling well? Feeling better, just tired from work. Okay. Actually, here, I'll take this down. And this down. Wait, what happened to the wallpaper? Does wallpaper just have a chance to disappear? Oh, shit. Guess so. The breakdown. Brief discussions with Traveler, part 1 of 4. Nothing new. I've already read this book, I guess. That's a duplicate. Ooh, Traveler part 2. Don't I have some lore books in here? Yeah, this one. Letters 1 of 8. The Blind Rat Rickard. I'll be opening these journals and things eventually, chat. You know, and we'll probably read through some of them on stream. Desperate times. I'm glad you're feeling better, Jelly. Summon corpse. Get that out of here. Necromancy. Actually, it's not necromancy. It's just helps like bring a corpse nearby so you can skin it. I guess if it's dangerous. All right, both of our cows are still pregnant. That's good. How's our little tree doing? Sure, in about 14 days still. What's our flax doing? Great, it's all dried, so it'll be ready to go. I do like our setup. I need to find some pumpkin seeds. Weren't pumpkins causing crashing? Am I remembering that right? Having trouble with X-Skills and item RPG. Yeah, item RPG rarity doesn't play well with X-Skills just because of like the blacksmithing stuff, but otherwise it should be fine. Honestly, RPG item rarity is, I think, better than the X-Skill blacksmith quality stuff. But in our world, we don't have RPG rarity on this one because I didn't want it to potentially conflict with Toolworks or anything. About to get the pumpkins ready from pumpkin spice season for all the white girls. Guffy. January is rolling out pumpkin spice. Oh. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yes, more feathers. I don't even need the meat from these things. Nor do I really even want the meat from these things. Just breaking the item breaking. I was digging dirt and just kept creating broken sticks when I dug. Huh. Well, that's a new one for me, champ. 10th of September. Already have the mid temperatures of September. Alright, just put this chicken on the ground, I guess. Let's go over and start threshing some grain, and we'll start processing it down. I'll probably need another ridge. Kind of wish the ridge durability was higher, honestly. So the notice board that we have here that we're logging stuff in, this is called bill posting. So what it does, it lets you just take a parchment that you've written into. Or really, you don't even have to write into it, but you can see this is just a normal parchment I'm logging temperatures into. And then if you crouch and sprint and right click, you can put it on any surface. So I could come over here, I could leave a note on my wall if I wanted to. So yeah, all this is just manual notes and things. I like doing like a manual log of temperatures. I just think it's interesting to do it manually without relying on like a mod to like show me that information. And it's on me to remember to like log in a consistent manner. It's immersive. And I was lucky enough to find a quill very early in a ruin. And actually I found all this parchment in a ruin too. So like, really lucked out in that regard. Alright, let's grab our thresher. No. No way I would be doing the morning announcements. What are you, crazy? I'm actually very, very introverted in real life. Also, I really hated school. I didn't want to fucking be there. I almost failed high school. No, no thank you. Get me out of that fucking building. Just make sure nothing dropped back here. Sometimes it does. Alright, we're getting large. Wow, we're getting a lot of large grains. Look at that. Ah, we got stacks of large. Heck yeah. Let's start storing this in here for room. All right, let me look at some grain that I'm going to keep potentially here. So we're getting rid of decent. We're in large world now. 32 large. And 32 large. That is the 64 we need to be replanting. We don't have anything bigger than large yet. All this other flax just gets composted away. Boom, easy. Now, I would normally feed my flax to like chickens if I had them. Flax grain is just great for chickens. It's not great for bread compared to rye and spelt. So I generally do not use flax for that. I could be turning it into flax seed oil, which is okay, it has some uses, but nothing that I care about at this point. I think I'd rather worry about getting compost up so that I can get some terra preta as much as possible. So still a lot of decents. Yeah, it's just all decents. And we gotta soak the flax in water for a few days before we can start processing them. into actual fibers. I really like the art of growing mod, guys. It's been a good one. And the nice thing about, you know, the brook that we have going nearby is we just move from threshing to storing things in the brook. I may turn, honestly, all this flax grain into cereal. I think it'll allow me to stack more of it together. Because then I'm not going to worry about the different qualities that we're getting. And boom. Look at all that flax right there. Alright, let's turn this into cereal. Why soaking in the water? So what happens is you dry the grains out, right? And then you thresh them to get the grains separated from the stems of the flax, right? And now you're left with a whole bunch of flax straw. And when it's dry, it's super brittle. It's just this. It's just grass, right? And so we're gonna soak it in water and let it soften up over a couple days, and then we'll pull it out, clean off the water and everything. And now that it's kind of soft and absorbed water, you then kind of crumple it up and then run it through a ridge to get fibers. That's essentially the processing. So it's just part of the thing. Okay, forgot about the heavy temporal storm. And all that I just described is from a mod. So we have a mod, it's called Art of Growing. It really adds some good steps to the farming in the game. Yeah. It does benefit someone going full-time farmer and getting those perks and things, yeah. We need to go find more saltpeter. We need to get more powdered charcoal and more bone meal. I could probably stir in some bone meal if I don't have some already up in the mill. Lime, salt, got some flour in here. Because of course I do. Yep, 13 days. I gotta clean up this. And then we get to start terraforming all this hillside back here. To start preparing for the estate and Bailey. I need to start doing magic soon too. I might be able to replant flax. What's their growth time on the large? 60 days. So 2 in-game months. Hey, Sable. How's it going? Cheers. So we're mid-September. So mid-October, mid-November is when they'd be done, and they would probably be freezing at that point. So I don't think we can plant again any flax. If it was rolling into the beginning of September, we might have risked it, but I don't think we can do it. I gotta go inside. Feather. More rift activity in terms of the little portals are good, because it's good loot for magic stuff, but I'm kind of full up on magic loot. After the storm, we're gonna do something for red. We need to harvest our acacia trees for seeds. And then we will need to mount up and get over there. So what we'll probably do is we'll have to mount up. I feel like Athenia needs to start charging a toll for their teleporters. I could use a teleporter to get up to red in general. Where's their base even at? They're like over this way, aren't they? But I need to trade them acacia seeds. They're willing to pay me 5 rusty gear per acacia tree seed. Because the acacia tree is actually, honestly, one of the best looking redwoods we got in the game. Okay. Let's go attack our acacia trees. You. Get out! Leave! Alright. Is that a goddamn nightmare drifter right here? I don't need this in my life right now. Alright, we're leaving our base a little bit. And we're gonna circle back around, let some of these temporal mobs despawn. Hey Jack, welcome back, I guess. Yo. Alright, so I planted some acacia trees along here. So let's hope we get some seeds from these. Oh shoot. I'm not in the right mode. Not many leaf space over here for this, but very, very different leaves than I'm used to seeing in trees. Okay, there's a sapling. It's not bad to see. We got two. That's a pine sapling. Something's could have landed in another leaf. I'm gonna have to move these. How many specializations can we have on our server? Max 3. If you take the all-rounder skill. So 2, and then the third one is the all-rounder skill. Wow, I only got 2 seeds out of that. I think basically one more than default, yeah. Think so. Alright, we're gonna replant these in a little bit more of a secure spot. Thanks, yeah, no problem. Yeah, so my 3 specs that I went is I'm combat into warrior, collecting side I'm spec into farmer, and then processing side metalworking. So I split mine kind of across one of each tab. You obviously don't have to do that. Alright, let's find a good spot for a replacement acacia. think we have some open space up here. Okay. That should be okay. Don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need those. Branchy leaves, I might... Oh. Hold on to, because if I break them, we might get a seed. Nope, didn't look out. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay. Cool. Let's see. We were going for about... We're almost at 4 hours at this point. I think I'll be probably ending the stream here in just this bit. Wish you had more time to play. I'd love to join the server. Yeah, well, you know, server's up 24/7. It'll be up for months, so... You know, play at your own pace. If you want to join the server, all you got to do is become a member today and join our Discord to get the server information. Any tier of membership applies. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Enjoy our new home for Hans. I think Hans will like it for the most part, if he's not trying to escape right now. And then, yeah, here soon. Breaking ground over this way. And then up into the hills where the keep is kind of going to go for our new home. I'm excited to move out of our little starter base as soon as possible. Otherwise, winter is on the way. It's coming up very, very quick. I might be making some bread between episodes. The final harvest of the berries are coming up here soon. And, yeah. Let's do a little bit of an overview in Creative so you guys can kind of see how things are looking from above. I'm excited for the new path once we kind of get that worked out and sloped right. And then we can finish our waterfall down from our springs into the river and stuff from here. Yep. Pretty cool little island we're building on. So with that, I will, let's see if there's anyone that we know streaming. We can give them a little bit of a raid. You guys can say hi. So a little bit of a redirect here. I don't know. Go say hi to Dino Guy. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you guys real soon. GG.